Will damn Yankees actually ever reunite and perform live again? This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison, and there's been reports on social media that the damn Yankees, the supergroup that consisted of Tommy Shaw, from Styx, Jack Blades from Night Ranger, Ted Nugent with drummer Michael Cartellone, would reunite and perform live. There's been hope of this, over 20 plus years. The band came around this in the scene in 1990 with the self-titled debut, released their second album in 1992, and then broke up after that. Then you had a Shaw Blades album, and then you know Jack Blades went back to Night Ranger, Tommy Shaw went back to Styx, Ted Nugent went to go do solo stuff. Michael Cartellone played for Accept briefly, and then Lennon Skidded, and I know he's done other stuff as well. Now, for them to come back now and do a full tour, is it feasible? Where it would profit? That's a very good question. I've been asked that question. Now you have Styx touring full time, usually 100 dates or so a year. Similar with Night Ranger. Ted Nugent technically retired from touring, but he still is performing live. Michael Cartellone on tour with Lynyrd Skynyrd, and where they want to leave their respective bands where there's good money and all, just to do a damn Yankees reunion. That is the question. The only way I can see a damn Yankees thing happening is if Styx and Night Ranger did a tour together and maybe damn Yankees came out and performed performed a set in the beginning. But then, like I said, Michael Cartellone, Inland and Skinner, and the farewell tour is not ending anytime soon. It seems, if you know what I'm saying. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you very much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. Apparently, I think it was 1999 or so. Apparently, Sony signed up to do an album, but it never happened. I don't know if it's the same situation like Cinderella where they weren't happy with the album and decided not to do it. But either way, another rumor was that Tommy Shaw wouldn't have been able to tour because of Styx, and that Sammy Hagar was going to take his place, but this stuff never happened. So if the damn Yankees do get back together to do live dates, should they also do a new studio album? Your thoughts, friends? Shame, shame, shame.